this video will make you feel better or feel worse. Uh, I was contacted today by a fellow photographer up in Boston, and he was contacted by another rather famous professional photographer that I will leave unnamed. And he says, I was told about this person. He says, he's a photographer. He says, you check out the website. I want to make a disclaimer here. You know, this is not singling anybody out, but it tells you something. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And so I saw the Twitter page, I saw the Instagram page, and then I saw the official page for this photographer. And, you know, it's okay to be a bad photographer. Well, and it's not really. But what if you had, like, the highest photography position in the land? And I mean, I saw these photographs, and I nearly, I nearly shat an igloo. The pictures were so incredibly bad and unbelievable. They were actually astonishing. Astonishing. And there's an old phrase we had back in photography school called someone it's a floor photographer. Do you know what a floor photographer is? This is just one example of this person's photography. If someone is like, you got two subjects, your subject back there, you think, well, you know, I'm going to frame them nicely. And instead what you do is you stick them up in the upper 30% of the photograph, and then the rest of it is just the floor. And there are a lot of pictures like that. Pictures of really bad flare. Now there's good flare. It's really hard to actually get good flare, where flare actually complements the composition. A lot of bad flare shots. No lighting. I mean, total natural light. It's okay to be a natural light photographer, but when it's called for, you need to drop some light. I've never seen photography this bad. And if I were to tell you, see, I don't. You worry about getting visited by a government official. You don't want to say who this photographer works for because. Oh my God, it's so bad. I would never have known about this if this person hadn't contacted me. Is a pro shooter himself, and he was contacted by a world famous photographer. And don't even try to make a connection to politics. I don't do politics, all right? Don't even bring politics into this at all, okay? It has nothing to do. It's like, man, total proof and validation that it's absolutely not what you know, but it's who you know, because. Not my personal opinion, and I'm not going to post a link because I don't want to, shame anybody, but it's like, my God, you've got one of the, top positions in the land, and your only job is photography, and the photographs are so, it's not like, well, it's not my genre of photography. No, that's not it. You have to be totally objective here about the work. I mean, my God, I mean, I just couldn't do that bad of a job if I tried. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievably bad. Bad. Just absolutely unbelievably bad. And the more I looked, the worse it got. I mean, I thought I was watching a horror movie, except it was reality. That's okay, but, it's like, how does a person, it's obviously about, who you know. Maybe your parents are somehow connected to some figure that got you that job. It's like, wow, just really bad representation. And, wow. Wow. It's what, what this reminds me of, and I don't get political at all, okay? It's kind of like where someone makes a donation to somebody's campaign or something, and it's like, what's your resume here? I used to own a pizza shop, and it's like, well, you made a big donation to so-and-so, so we're going to make you ambassador to Chile. And, God, it's like, dude, it's like, yeah, where's Chile on the map? I first need to find out where that place is. I'll take the job. You know what I'm talking about? People get like, it wasn't like Shirley Temple was, because she was just, Shirley Temple on the good ship, lollipop. Oh my God, wasn't she ambassador to some place in Europe or something? Ambassador to Switzerland or something like that, or Germany? Except it's oh man. I couldn't believe it, but nothing shocks me. I'm glad the guy called me today from Boston to tell me that. He gave me some links. He says, you got to check this with this Boston accent. He says, you got to check this person out. He says, this is unbelievable, man. Oh, God, Jesus. I was absolutely stunned. Like, how could somebody whose photography is that absolutely appalling, unbelievably appalling, have that job? You know, it's like, there's a lot of people looking at that photography from that person in a very prestigious position, and wow, and it's appalling. It's absolutely appalling. I don't know why I shared that with you, but it was rather quite of a shocker. And remember that someone brought this to me first, who was before him brought to him by a quite a famous photographer. That I will leave both these people unnamed. Like I said, I don't want to, I don't want to mention this photographer because it's, someone with serious connections now. That's absolutely amazing. I guess it shouldn't surprise me at all. It shouldn't surprise you either, but whew, God, I mean, you could throw a stone in a giant pile of photographers, of working professionals. Say working professional photographers. You got 1,000 of them rounded up. You just close your eyes and flick a nickel, and whose ever head it landed on, you would be just about guaranteed, with 99% percentile guarantee that you would hit somebody on the head with a nickel that is far, far, far better than this person now has a prestigious job as a photographer. It's that bad. So, uh, welcome to the world of it's not what you know, it is who you know. Apparently, I don't know what it is. That's only speculation on my part, but the photography is not speculation. Whew. Wow. Good job there. Sorry. Thanks for watching. Bye.